Welcome, everybody, to College Basketball Preview Show on the Grueling Truth Sports Network. Today, we're going to look at the Kentucky Wildcats hosting the Vanderbilt Commodores. Kentucky is favored by 5.5 points. If you want to bet this game, the best sportsbook to do that at is BetMGM. You can click on the link in the description down below if you're watching on YouTube. Now, following a disappointing loss on the road to Texas, the Kentucky Wildcats will return to Rupp Arena for a rematch against the Vanderbilt Commodores. Looking to avenge a loss to Vanderbilt in Nashville, the Wildcats need to win this one, or they're in danger of falling out of the top 10 in the SEC standings. That could mean a Wednesday game in the SEC tournament. Vanderbilt is currently projected in the NCAA tournament field, but as a 10 or 11 seed, there's certainly no lock right now, and a road win over Kentucky would certainly boost their resume and give them more confidence. That said, neither team has been playing great as of late. The Kentucky Wildcats have battled injuries. They've lost 5 of their last 8. They sit at 500 in SEC play. On the other side, Vanderbilt has lost 4 of their last 5 games, including a 30-point loss to Oklahoma. Kentucky plays much better at home, and Vandy is just 1-5 on the road in SEC play. Now, the biggest story of the first matchup was Kentucky's lack of ball security. They turned the ball over 17 times, still a season high, which has been a big reason why the Commodores had 12 more possessions. Now, Vanderbilt is one of the best teams in the country at generating turnovers. Many of Kentucky's were unforced. That included 2 at the end of the game where errant passes were forced and Kentucky gave away any shot they had to win the game. This time, Kentucky will likely be without Lamont Butler and Jackson Robinson, and will have to rely on a point guard by committee approach with Travis Perry, Cody Bria, Otega Owe, and Amari Williams. Each has shown the ability to get the job done. Now, late game execution. Kentucky has certainly had games where they've executed a near perfection at the end of games. You look back at Duke and the Gonzaga games. There has certainly been some late game execution issues recently, though, including at Vanderbilt, the Alabama game, and at Texas on Saturday. Again, Kentucky will likely not have a true point guard, but they still have the talent to win this game. That said, they have to execute for 40 minutes, not 36 as they did against Texas. There are no excuses for not blocking out of the free throw line or inbounding a ball directly to the defender. When it comes to the three-point shooting, before the season started, Mark Pope and multiple staff members talked about the goal of averaging 30-plus point attempts per game. Now, 25 games into the season, Kentucky only has done so in 4 games and just once in SEC play. If there is a team that you want to shoot a lot of threes against, it's Vanderbilt. Vanderbilt allows their opponents to shoot better than 37% from deep, one of the worst marks in the country. In SEC play, the number is even worse at 41%. Kentucky only had 23 attempts from deep in the first game. That needs to be higher in this game. Now, when you look at this game at a 5.5 point spread, I think this is an obvious Kentucky pick here. Vanderbilt struggled at home. I think Kentucky will come back and play well tonight. I think they're getting used to missing the 2 guys right now. I think they're starting to play a little bit better. Against Texas, those 36 minutes were good enough to beat Vanderbilt in this game. Now, only 36 minutes may not cover that 5.5 point spread, but I think we'll see Kentucky play with more of a sense of urgency. I think they'll shoot the ball well from deep. I think Vanderbilt will struggle to hit the three-pointer. And I think in the end, Kentucky wins this game 84-72. I think they easily cover the 5.5 point spread. And like I said, the best place to bet that is BetMGM. Make sure you follow me on X at Grueling Truth. Like, subscribe, hit the bell notification, and make sure you check out the gruelingtruth.com. All right, guys, I'm going to wrap it up for now. But for Mike Goodpaster, you've been watching and listening to the Grueling Truth, where the legends speak.